The market for voiceover is far larger than most people realize or understand. That's why this morning I'm here to encourage you to think global, not just local. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. I'm Bill DeWeese, professional voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. Thank you for stopping by every weekday morning, right around between 8:30ish a.m. Eastern time. We get on the live stream here to talk voiceover tips, tricks, strategies, things to help you move toward profitability or toward greater profitability, meaning helping you to make money in your voiceover business. Speaking of which, I need to remind you and let you know that 1 week from tonight, write this down, January 17th, Tuesday evening, is my first live training event of 2023, and I invite you to be there. I'm going to share 11 tips, tricks, and strategies to help you make more money this year, more money faster. That's what it's all about. I'm cutting through all the stuff that I've learned, all the things that I've done over the past 17 years as a full-time voice actor, voiceover talent, and I'm sharing the things that have been most effective for me to help you move toward greater profitability. Go to the link below in the description and there's a link you can get all the details. All right. So, why is it that I'm constantly asked about marketing to local companies? Well, I think the reason, and it happens a lot, and I scratch my head because, and it's only because I've done this for so long that I have a better understanding of how this works. But I get it. People say, well, how can I best market to? There's 5 production companies in my town. How can I best market to them? And it's okay to market to local companies. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point of this live stream is to share with you is that the voiceover marketplace is so much larger than most people comprehend. There's almost it's not quite limitless. Obviously, there's a number, but that number is so large, it's a nearly limitless number of potential clients. When you think about content producers, and when you understand that there's demand for voices, particularly English-speaking voices, all over the world. Yesterday, I recorded, it's like 5 or 6 projects, one of which was for a client, a regular client of mine that's located in Paris. I was also, contacted by a prospective parent, not parent, prospect in Bahrain. And what's interesting is that's actually lower than the usual of clients, the percentage-wise, that are outside the country. I usually have, generally speaking, about 25% of my work overall comes from Europe. Now, I have clients all over the world, the Middle East and Japan, China, Canada, Mexico, South America. I mean, literally everywhere. But about 25% of all my work comes out of Europe. Most of that being Germany and the UK. But as I mentioned, France. I think the time that it really hit me hard. I mean, I've known this for a long time, obviously, but a number of years ago, I did a session in which the director was in London and the engineer who was recording the audio was in Paris. And the fact that we could all get on this technology and communicate, and it was if I was in the studio in Paris or in a studio in London being directed. It was again, it's not that I wasn't aware of the fact that it was global, but it became so real to me at that point. I realized that the possibilities are virtually endless. A lot of the times when I'm recording a project, like the project I mentioned yesterday for a client in Paris, it's because there is a version of that project that is made for, like, for instance, the French-speaking market. So there's a voiceover in French, but also understanding that English is the international business language. There was another video, or I'm sorry, it's the same video, but another narration that needed to be recorded in English. And so oftentimes that's the case. Now, I've also done I've done a Coke commercial for in Brazil. I've done several like an Avon commercial in Brazil. There's there's English is taught all over the world, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But what I want to help you do is to connect the dots and understand that there is a large marketplace of people who are looking for and who want to work with good English speaking voice talent, men and women. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a demand for Spanish and French and name the language around the world. As a matter of fact, all you need to do is go online. There are a number of companies out there that keep like 1,000 or more voice talent on their roster speaking every language imaginable. And their job is to pair voice talent with jobs that require that language. So think beyond your backyard. If you feel like you've run out of prospects, I can guarantee you it's because you have not been thinking global. Because if you do, you will never run out of, never run out of prospective clients. I'm not saying it's as easy as just, calling somebody up and saying, "Hey, I record voiceovers," and they'll hire you. You still have to go through the marketing process that I've talked about so many times. And I've got over 900 videos on this channel. Go back and you can check them out and you can hear more information about that. You still have to do the work to get them, but they are there. There is no doubt that they are there. So today, begin to think with a larger perspective. Begin to think about the fact that you have a nearly unlimited number of prospective clients at your disposal to to begin marketing to immediately. And I want to strongly, strongly encourage you to do that. Well, as always, I'm always so grateful when you join me on the live stream. I like to take a moment just to do a little roll call and see who we've got on and see what's going on. So if you don't mind, share your name and where you're watching or listening from this morning. I'd love to give you a shout out. Hey, Stephen Bucyrus, Janet in Florida, John in Fort Wayne, Jason Mobile, Ryan's in New York. Greetings to you. Kevin in Jersey, Gretchen and Adrian, Michigan, David in Louisville. And David, I hope that situation you were talking about yesterday with the water, I hope that's getting cleared up for you. As I recall, you were recording amidst dehumidifiers and fans, trying to dry out your basement. That's been there. That's no fun. Hey, Robert in Brooklyn, Patrick in Maryland, Craig in Wichita, Anthony in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Hey, Mary in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Tim in Altoona. Nova Scotia in the house this morning. Hello, Neil in Fairfield, Tom in South Florida. Good morning there, Tom. Hey, Tess, how are you doing? In, let's see, Decula, Georgia. Tess says, "Hey, y'all. Charlene in Salt Lake City, Utah. Susie Q, Ventura, California. Hey, Blue, how are you doing in New Jersey? Happy New Year to you and your family as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Theo, top of the morning, he says, from the top of the Chicago Metro train headed into Union Station. Makes me think of that song, Taking Care of Business by Bachman Turner Overdrive. Part of the soundtrack of my life. Chad in Daytona Beach, how you doing? Happy demo day. That's right, Chad. You and I are working together today. Now, Chad is using me to produce his professional voiceover demo, and we're doing that this afternoon. Chad, yep, I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Gregory. And by the way, if you want to learn more about that, go into the description below this video, and you'll see an email that you can reach out, and we'll get you all the information you need to make an informed decision there. Gregory, it's a foggy day in Ringgold, Georgia. Tanya, good morning and Happy New Year to you in South Philly. Scott in Dayton, Aaron in Boston, Mark in Albuquerque, Steve in Oshkosh. Theo says, was just watching your autonomous challenges from your directed session last week. Thank you for always being real with us. It's so helpful. Yeah, for the members of my voiceover blueprint, you can actually watch as I work. So that video will live on in infamy. You can actually go back. For those of you guys who are in the blueprint, want to check that out, you can watch the session yesterday or that happened on Friday. That was the most embarrassing moment of my professional career when I could not get the word autonomous. No, yeah, autonomous out within the sentence. When I would say it by itself, no problem. But you sandwich it within a sentence, and I don't know how many takes. I quit counting after a while, and it was live. The client was there, and he was very gracious and patient. We muddled our way through it. Hey, Ruben in San Jose, California. Rob, good morning. He says, good lesson this morning. Thanks for reminding us that the internet allows us to work globally. We love you in Loveland. Wow, Rob, hey, we love you here as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. The live stream chat moved on me again. Let's see here. Where was I? I must be populating quickly. Tanya in South Philly. I think I mentioned you, Tanya, so that's a double shout out to you. No problem with that. John in Rhinebeck, New York. John starting my blueprint program this week. John, excited to have you in there. We want all y'all in there. So just go in the description below. Of course, there's a link. You can get all the info there. Good morning to you, Doug, in Greensboro, North Carolina. Rusty in Marquette, Michigan. Carlin, greetings to you in Lake Como, Italy. Mark, Wilmington, North Carolina. Good morning, Clifton, Texas. Another good morning from Little Rock. From our closets, we individually have unrestricted access to a truly global market. I could not have said that better myself. Absolutely. Hey, May, who lives in Mozambique. Thanks for being on the stream this morning. Appreciate that. Hello, Central Florida. Jay in Massachusetts. John in Dike, Texas. Melissa. Good morning to you in San Diego. Hey, Lucy in France. Ray in Germany. Remy in Tulsa. Good morning. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yuri, good morning to you. David's getting it done in Louisville despite the setbacks. Love it, David. Just keep plowing forward. Wish you all the best on that. Katerina in Sao Paulo, Brazil, here as well. Pastor Nathan, good morning to you in Spring Mills, Pennsylvania. Hey, Connecticut, what's going on? And Rumi in West Virginia. Hey, guys, thanks again for being on the live stream. Always greatly appreciated. I'd love to have you in my live event training. Now, the information is below in the description, so get signed up, be a part of it, learn the strategies to help you make more money in 2023 faster. Have a great day.